We're here with Samantha Holland from the Alzheimer's Society today to discuss dementia and the differences between dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Welcome, Samantha.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us what dementia is, please?
Yeah, so dementia in and of itself is not a disease, but a syndrome or collection of symptoms resulting from diseases of the brain. So these diseases are progressive in nature, meaning they get worse over time. There's currently no known cure for these diseases, and it does result in the death of brain cells and the subsequent loss of various abilities for that person.
Okay. So, what's the difference between dementia and Alzheimer's?
Yeah, so people often use those terms very interchangeably, but that's not totally accurate. So we can think of Alzheimer's disease as the most common cause of dementia. So it accounts for about 2/3 of all known cases of dementia, which is a large number. What we can say more accurately is that dementia is kind of an umbrella term, and Alzheimer's disease fits right under that umbrella. Um, there are over 100 different types of dementia, actually, when we think about it. There's things like Lewy body dementia, frontotemporal dementia, vascular dementia, which is caused by strokes and has more of a stepwise progression than Alzheimer's disease. But yeah, there's many types. So we can say, more generally speaking, the difference between dementia and Alzheimer's disease is that everyone with Alzheimer's disease has dementia, but not everyone with dementia has Alzheimer's disease.
Thank you. So, what are some of the common warning signs?
Yeah, so being that there are over 100 different types, we actually can identify kind of a cluster of warning signs. I think the most common one that jumps to mind is memory loss, and memory loss for recent information, so that's short-term information, but also changes in communication and language, so difficulty with word finding, with contributing to conversation, processing ideas, changes in personality and behavior as well, so things that are just very out of character for that individual. There can be a loss of initiative, so they might not be the one to pick up the phone and phone their friends anymore or plan those activities. So you can see that kind of social withdrawal, which is a big issue right now, given our current state with this pandemic. Other warning signs to look out for: impaired judgment and reasoning, misplacing things. So you might see someone putting the milk back in the cupboard or the keys in the freezer, just things where they really shouldn't be. Disorientation in time and space. So feeling like the space that you're in isn't familiar, or having difficulty navigating those familiar locations, so finding your way to the local bank or the grocery store, or even finding your way around your own house. The time aspect, so knowing what month it is, what year it is, whether it's AM or PM. But all of these warning signs really have to differ from the everyday functioning. So memory loss is not just that kind of tip of the tongue sensation, or forgetting why you went downstairs, because we all do that every day. But it's really that ability to go about your daily routine.
So, what are the first steps that an individual or families can take if they think dementia is present?
Yeah, so I think one of the first steps is to talk with the doctor. You might want to bring notes with you, so some collateral information, what you've been noticing, days, times, events, whether it's getting worse, when did it start. And then the doctor will want to do a full kind of physical workup to rule out any underlying treatable medical causes for these changes. There could be something as simple as a vitamin deficiency, a thyroid problem. Lack of sleep can cause memory problems. I'm sure it's something we're all very familiar with, but so once that's all kind of ruled out and or treated, Then they can move on to cognitive tests. So the ones you hear more often are the mini mental status exam, or MMSE for short, or the MOCA. Sometimes they'll want to do scans, so CTs, MRIs, PET scans, but that's not always necessary, and a lot of people think that it is. Most doctors can provide a diagnosis, but sometimes they'll refer on to a specialist or maybe community mental health. Another great first step is just to call your local Alzheimer's Society office. So if you are in Interlake-Eastern, you can call me. I have an office out of Selkirk. We're scattered all over the province. If you need, answers to just general questions, or to get things off your chest, or maybe you want to be connected with a support group or one of our virtual education sessions. We definitely have not slowed down throughout this pandemic. We have transferred all of our services online, and we're still here to help. So that's some kind of first steps.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us today and being able to share this with us. We hope to air this during the Mental Health Week and be able to assist people in the community.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you.